Beyond the Yard podcast. I am your host, Derek Destroyer from ACW, and I just want to say, I know this ain't your average episode of the podcast, but I want to say happy 2-year anniversary since I debuted Beyond the Yard with my first ever episode with my very first guest, Caution the Virus. And it's crazy because that was like 2 years ago, and I can't believe, I debuted the podcast, because ever since I debuted the podcast and I had some guests, making their appearance and, telling us the stories, there's like other people that try to be, making their podcast. Not that it's bad or anything, but like, they're not at the Beyond the Yard level. Let's just say that. But I'm just glad that, my first guest was Caution the Virus, my dream opponent, which, thankfully we had a dream match, which you should definitely check out. The link is down in the description. And he was also my return guest when I brought back Beyond the Yard. And I hope you enjoyed my recent episode with Gabriel White, Wrestling with Frustrations. That was absolutely one of the best episodes I ever had in Beyond the Yard. And probably Gabriel White enjoyed being on the show as well. Hopefully we could get him back on the show as well. And don't forget, on January the 10th, I will have Maximus Roman from EBW being on the show again. We are going to be talking about EBW, The Last Stand. And that was an episode that I watched, and that blew my mind away because, it was the last show. And hopefully, things goes well for those guys. Hopefully, they enjoy the break, because they have been uploading like videos every Friday pretty much. And it was just like pretty badass, because not a lot of federations could, be like that keep, making videos consistently and all that. But I just want to say, EBW, thank you for the videos, the content, the matches you have given us. And don't forget to check out Maximus Roman back on Beyond the Yard in 2 days. It's in 2 days. And now we have some words from following friends that also been on the show and future guest stars in Beyond the Yard. So I want to say thank you, everybody who watches Beyond the Yard. Keep listening. If you listen to it on like Apple Podcasts or on Spotify or any streaming platforms, or if you're watching on YouTube, I'm planning to do more, like face to face. Like, for example, I was doing like a video, when I did it twice with Caution the Virus on the first episode, and on the 10th episode, Devil's Night with Caution. So hopefully we could keep doing that real soon. And don't forget to check out the future episodes for Beyond the Yard. Thank you guys, and here are some following message from these guests.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 years. 2 years of the Beyond the Yard podcast. 2 years since I have been on the first episode of the Beyond the Yard podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't even introduce myself. I'm sorry. I just got so excited. My name is Caution. I'm from TWF Wrestling. There was a little collab that went down a while back between ACW and TWF Wrestling. It was called Devil's Night. And just a little cheap plug to myself. TWF is coming back January 10th, 2022. Our year. You feel me? But anyways, back on the subject, Beyond the Yard podcast has been going on for 2 years. And I have to say, Derek, he goes all out for his podcast. And he goes in everything that he does, he amps it up times 10. And he does his best of his abilities to everything that he does. And tries to be the best at whatever he does. And that is one thing I can say about him. He can live up to his title, the best ever. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for my time here, and I can see you guys whatever. See you.
What's up, ACW Universe? This is CW Wrestler BXB, and I'm making this video today because it is the 2-year anniversary of ACW Beyond the Yard. Now, I've been lucky enough to be on this show twice, including that one episode that went over 2 hours. Me and Derek just kept going on about the most random topics in wrestling. So hope this third season goes well. Hopefully I can show up on one of the episodes, and good luck for every other episode, Derek. Well done.
Greetings, everyone. It is the MSW champion here, Rez Gainer, from the best wrestling on the internet, MSW Wrestling, and I just got word that Derek Destroyer's podcast, ACW Beyond the Yard, has reached its 2nd anniversary. Congratulations, Derek. That podcast has been a big inspiration to guys like me, as we get to hear from backyard legends like Maximus Roman, Matt Thunder, Christian Archer, and most recently Gabriel White. So a big thank you for that podcast, and who knows, we might even hear from the MSW champion sometime in the future. But until then, keep having fun, and congratulations.